to know how long after the events of season 2.
Okay, so the third season, which our logo doesn't even say season 3, and we may fix that later, but
Sure.
I think at this point it's sort of become an ongoing series, just like a TV show. It's come back for its third season.
Yep.
But it's also a new entry point. So you're going to be playing as 2 characters.
Yep.
The first is, fans recognize her. This is Clementine. She has survived, and the other is a newcomer. You haven't seen him in the comics or anywhere in the show or the games. He is from a Cuban family, and he is not with his family right now.
Yeah.
He is with Clem, and you are going to be playing as both. He's absolutely central to the story.
Yeah.
And they are really at a point in the timeline that's kind of where the comics are now, or kind of where the show is right now. And if you played the first season of Walking Dead, it started at the outbreak, and Clementine was about 8 years old. And by the end, you found out by talking to the stranger that she had just turned 9.
Yep.
For the second season, she was maybe about 10 or 11.
Yep.
It's a little nebulous, and as time goes on,
Yeah.
and as people are alone in the woods and in the dark, and just trying to survive, it's tough to even recognize if everyone is even still celebrating birthdays.
Right. Of course.
But now we're a couple more years in, and
Yep.
Clem is sort of in her early teenage years, so
Cool.
we're not quite definitive, but I'd say
That's all right.
13 or 14.
Amazing.
For Clementine's age, and that's how far we are in. So 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
Yeah.
about 4, 5-ish and
Yeah.
half-ish years. And that's how far we are in now, at least where you saw in the teaser. But there's a lot of ground to cover for what happened to these characters from the point of the outbreak and to where they are now. And I think, without spoiling anything, I think narratively we'll be exploring a lot of ground to get everyone up to speed.
Yeah. So I'm
now just like, well, as you were talking about her age, I'm now thinking in my head, like, wouldn't it be cool if like Ellie from The Last of Us and Clem teamed up and we're like this zombie fighting duo?
I've read that / fanfic.
Yeah, no, it's kind of pathetic that I'm over here like writing
that's
fanfic, but I mean, I'm equally excited about The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I think the other question everyone had was, are the choices from season 1 and 2 going to matter in 3?
100%, yeah.
100%. Great.
But also it's unique as well, because we are also building a new entry point where if you haven't played the others, we highly encourage you to do so.
Of course.
But if you've never played a Telltale game yet or a Walking Dead episode, you can start with this third season.
Yeah.
But obviously a lot of things have happened, and a lot of different things have happened, especially at the end of season 2. So no matter where you left off, we're going to be working with really a way to have people carry their saves over from the platforms they were playing on. And if anything's happened, or if you don't have that system anymore, we're going to make this very, very easy to ensure that you're going into the third season with a sense that this is where you left off individually. And but yes, every choice has mattered, but at the same time, if you haven't played it, it's going to be okay. And if you saw the teaser, like even things the fans were just mentioning this in the boards, but Clem's missing a finger, and I've mentioned this before, but yes, absolutely, that's not for everyone, and that could be tied to a decision that you might have to make, or it might be tied to a decision you've already made, and it's already your fault. So it's not.
Okay, come on.
So no, that sounds like Walking Dead. Just lots of guilt and regret, and everything is terrible.
We are tracking lots of action games and shooters. They track, where your headshots are landing and how many touchdowns you're landing, and we're really tracking all the decisions that you're making and how you're treating people, and we're keeping an eye on your conscience.
Clem scoring a lot of touchdowns in Walking Dead 3.
Yes,
that is fantastic.
Go team.
But yeah, it's our biggest season yet. It's our biggest undertaking. We haven't said anything really about the episode lengths yet, or how many there will be.
Okay, that's the other thing everyone's asking. Is how many.
I think you can expect a full-length season. Akin to the first 2.
Yeah. I'm going to shut up and let Scott ask about Batman.
Hi, Scott.
No, yeah, I mean, I know that like we only have each other a limited amount of time.
No,
so,
cool.
Let's move on to Batman.
Sure.
So I mean,